Welcome to Health Insights. I'm Dr. Emily Hart, and today we're diving into something that might just change your intimate life forever. You've probably heard countless promises about lasting longer in bed, but what if I told you the answer might already be sitting in your kitchen cabinet? That's right, we're talking about olive oil, and the science behind this Mediterranean secret is absolutely fascinating. Before we go any further, let me be clear about something. This isn't about gimmicks or quick fixes. What we're discussing today is backed by real research, real science, and centuries of Mediterranean wellness wisdom. And by the end of this conversation, you'll understand exactly why olive oil might be one of the most underrated tools for sexual health and performance. Let's start with the basics. When we talk about sexual performance, particularly for men who want to last longer, we're really talking about several interconnected body systems. We're talking about blood flow, hormone production, nerve sensitivity, inflammation levels, and even mental clarity. And here's where it gets interesting. Olive oil, particularly extra virgin olive oil, impacts every single one of these factors. First, let's talk about blood flow, because this is absolutely critical. Arousal and performance depend heavily on healthy circulation. For men, achieving and maintaining an erection requires efficient blood flow to the penile tissue. The longer you can maintain optimal blood flow, the better your performance and stamina. Now, olive oil contains powerful compounds called polyphenols, particularly one called hydroxytyrosol. These polyphenols have been shown in multiple studies to improve endothelial function. What does that mean? Your endothelium is the inner lining of your blood vessels, and when it functions well, your blood vessels dilate properly, allowing more blood to reach exactly where it needs to go. A study published in the Journal of the American College of Cardiology found that consuming extra virgin olive oil improved endothelial function within just 2 hours of consumption. 2 hours! That's faster than most supplements on the market. Better endothelial function means better blood flow, which means better performance, and yes, the ability to last longer because your body is working with you, not against you. But it doesn't stop there. Olive oil is packed with monounsaturated fats, the same healthy fats that have made the Mediterranean diet famous for heart health. These fats don't just support your cardiovascular system in general, they specifically help maintain the flexibility and health of your arterial walls. Flexible, healthy arteries mean sustained blood flow during arousal, which directly translates to improved stamina and performance. Now, let's talk about something that doesn't get discussed enough: inflammation. Chronic low-grade inflammation is one of the silent killers of sexual performance. It damages blood vessels, reduces sensitivity, impairs hormone production, and creates a cascade of problems that make lasting longer in bed nearly impossible. Inflammation is like static interference in your body's communication system. Everything becomes less efficient, less responsive, less effective. Olive oil is one of nature's most powerful anti-inflammatory foods. It contains oleocanthal, a compound that researchers have found works similarly to ibuprofen in reducing inflammation, but without the side effects. A study from the University of Pennsylvania showed that 50 milliliters of extra virgin olive oil, that's about 3.5 tablespoons, contains an amount of oleocanthal equivalent to about 10% of the recommended adult dose of ibuprofen for pain relief. But unlike ibuprofen, you can consume this amount daily without worrying about liver damage or stomach issues. When you reduce systemic inflammation, several things happen that directly benefit sexual performance. First, your blood vessels become more responsive. Second, your nerve endings become more sensitive in a good way, meaning you have better control. Third, your hormone production becomes more efficient, which brings us to our next crucial point: testosterone. Testosterone is absolutely vital for male sexual health, libido, performance, and yes, stamina. As men age, testosterone levels naturally decline, but lifestyle factors can accelerate this decline dramatically. Poor diet, stress, lack of sleep, and inflammation all suppress testosterone production. Olive oil helps on multiple fronts here. The monounsaturated fats in olive oil are actually used by your body as building blocks for hormone production, including testosterone. Your body literally needs these healthy fats to manufacture hormones efficiently. Research published in the Asian Journal of Andrology found that men who consumed olive oil regularly had higher testosterone levels compared to those who didn't. Another study showed that switching from a diet high in polyunsaturated fats to one rich in monounsaturated fats, like those in olive oil, increased testosterone levels by 13% over just 2 weeks. 13%. That's a significant boost without any pharmaceutical intervention. Higher testosterone doesn't just mean more desire, it means better overall sexual function, including the ability to control and extend your performance. Testosterone affects everything, from the strength of your erections, to your recovery time between sessions, to your overall stamina and endurance. But here's something most people don't know. Olive oil also contains vitamin E and other antioxidants that protect your testosterone from oxidative damage. Think of it this way. It's not just about producing more testosterone. It's about protecting the testosterone you already have and making sure it remains active and effective in your body. Now, let's discuss something that often gets overlooked when talking about sexual performance, mental clarity, and stress reduction. Performance anxiety is real, and it's one of the biggest factors that prevent men from lasting as long as they'd like. When you're anxious, your body releases cortisol and adrenaline, stress hormones, that literally work against sexual function. These hormones constrict blood vessels, increase tension, and create a feedback loop of worry that makes the problem worse. The healthy fats in olive oil support brain health and help regulate stress hormones. Research has shown that diets rich in extra virgin olive oil are associated with lower levels of anxiety and depression. The polyphenols in olive oil cross the blood-brain barrier and actually protect brain cells from oxidative stress, improving mood, focus, and reducing anxiety. When your mind is calm and focused, your performance naturally improves. You're present in the moment, you're not worried about failure, and paradoxically, that's often when you perform your best. Let me share something fascinating about the Mediterranean region. Countries that consume the most olive oil, places like Greece, Italy, and Spain, have consistently reported higher levels of sexual satisfaction and lower rates of erectile dysfunction compared to countries with different dietary patterns. Is this entirely due to olive oil? Of course not. Diet is complex. But olive oil is a cornerstone of Mediterranean eating, and the correlation is too significant to ignore. One study looked at men with metabolic syndrome, a cluster of conditions that includes high blood pressure, high blood sugar, and obesity, all of which negatively impact sexual function. When these men followed a Mediterranean diet rich in olive oil for 2 years, 66% of them saw improvements in erectile function. 2/3 of the participants experienced real, measurable improvements just from changing their diet, with olive oil as a central component. So how do you actually use olive oil for these benefits? First, quality matters tremendously. You want extra virgin olive oil, not refined or light olive oil. Extra virgin means the oil is cold-pressed and retains all of its beneficial compounds. Look for oil in dark glass bottles, stored away from light and heat, and check the harvest date if possible. Fresher is better. You want oil that's no more than a year old. For daily consumption, aim for 2 to 3 tablespoons per day. You can use it as a salad dressing base, drizzle it over cooked vegetables, use it in smoothies, or even take it straight if you prefer. Some people like to have a tablespoon first thing in the morning on an empty stomach for maximum absorption. Consistency is key here. This isn't about a one-time dose before a special evening. This is about building up the benefits in your system over time. Can you use olive oil topically? Some people do apply it externally for massage or as a personal lubricant, and while it can certainly work for those purposes, the real performance benefits we're discussing today come from internal consumption. That's where the cardiovascular, hormonal, and anti-inflammatory benefits happen. Now let's talk about realistic expectations, because I want to be completely honest with you. Olive oil is not a miracle cure. If you have serious underlying health conditions like diabetes, severe cardiovascular disease, or hormonal imbalances, olive oil alone isn't going to solve everything. You need to work with your healthcare provider. But for the average healthy man who wants to optimize his performance, reduce performance anxiety, and increase stamina naturally, olive oil is an incredibly powerful tool. You should start noticing some benefits within a few weeks. Improved energy, better mood, and enhanced focus might come first. The sexual performance benefits tend to become more noticeable after 4 to 8 weeks of consistent consumption as your cardiovascular health improves and inflammation decreases. Some men report changes sooner, especially if they were deficient in healthy fats before. It's also worth mentioning that olive oil works even better as part of an overall healthy lifestyle. Regular exercise, especially cardiovascular and strength training, amplifies the benefits. Good sleep is crucial because that's when your body produces the majority of its testosterone. Stress management through meditation, deep breathing, or other relaxation techniques will compound the positive effects, and staying hydrated and minimizing processed foods, excess sugar, and alcohol will help tremendously. Let me address a common concern. Won't consuming that much oil lead to weight gain? Actually, studies have shown that despite being calorie-dense, olive oil doesn't typically lead to weight gain when used as a replacement for other fats, not as an addition to an already high-calorie diet. In fact, the Mediterranean diet, which is rich in olive oil, is associated with healthy weight maintenance and reduced abdominal fat, which itself improves testosterone levels and sexual function. There's also emerging research on olive oil and sensitivity control. Some preliminary studies suggest that the anti-inflammatory and nerve protective properties of olive oil might help with premature ejaculation by improving nerve health and reducing hypersensitivity. While this research is still early, the anecdotal reports are promising, and it makes sense given what we know about how inflammation affects nerve function. One more fascinating angle: olive oil and partner satisfaction. Better performance isn't just about you, it's about connection and mutual pleasure. When you feel confident, when your body is functioning optimally, when you're not anxious about your performance, that confidence translates into better intimacy overall. You're more present, more connected, more able to focus on your partner. And that's really what great sex is about. Not just duration, but quality, connection, and mutual satisfaction. So, here's your action plan. Start today. Get yourself a high-quality bottle of extra virgin olive oil. Begin incorporating 2 to 3 tablespoons into your daily routine. Be consistent for at least 8 weeks. Pay attention to how you feel, your energy levels, your mood, your confidence. Track your progress in whatever way feels right for you. And remember, this is just one piece of the puzzle. Combine it with exercise, good sleep, stress management, and a generally healthy diet for the best results. The Mediterranean secret isn't really a secret at all. It's just that we've overcomplicated health and performance so much that we've forgotten the simple, powerful tools nature provides. Olive oil has sustained civilizations for thousands of years, supporting not just survival, but vitality, longevity, and yes, sexual health and performance. Thank you for joining me today on Health Insights. I hope this information empowers you to take control of your sexual health naturally and effectively. Remember, lasting longer in bed isn't about tricks or shortcuts. It's about supporting your body's natural systems with the right nutrition and lifestyle choices. Olive oil is a simple, affordable, scientifically backed way to do exactly that. Until next time, this is Dr. Emily Hart reminding you that your health is your wealth, and small changes can lead to remarkable results.